Good day, guys. Today we're here with the beautiful Mishka and the also handsome Madhushan from the film Tripping with the Kandasamys. Guys, you have amazing chemistry on screen. I am sure you guys built a beautiful friendship outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a decade of knowing each other and being, working together and just being friends and in and out of the house.
Yeah, we're extremely close, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think
it makes our job like
super
super
easy.
easy.
I think at heart it's just, if you have an understanding for someone and a lot of warmth and love and friendship, I think it just makes the process easier.
That's good. I'm sure it works well on set as well. I want to know, can you please elaborate a bit more about your character?
So in Tripping with the Kandasamys, Jodie is going through a very different phase in her life. Her story is very mature and honest, and the young couple really address a topic that is very taboo within society, which is refreshing as well compared to the first two films where they kind of growing up, but in Tripping with the Kandasamys,
I think it's the first real, adult problem that they have to actually face, and they face alone for that matter.
Yeah.
And your character?
What was the question again?
Please elaborate a bit more about your character.
I think in Tripping with the Kandasamys, Prashen is always trying to be the ideal boyfriend, the ideal husband. But in this film, he's about creating this world away from the world that they had grown up in.
Yeah, but he's very protective.
Extremely protective. And at the same time, he wants to make sure his wife is always taken care of and she's happy and comfortable despite whatever's going on around them. But I think, at heart, it's just about creating a good relationship, a good marriage, being attentive to your partner. Because I think, as the movie progresses, you will notice that between Jodie and Prashen, they're always looking at each other. They're always, creating a moment in a situation.
And out of the three couples, they have the strongest and most solid relationship.
Solid relationship because,
Always so loving. I love that. God, keep the hands of each other. It's so romantic.
Yeah, I mean, we try to create, how would you create a successful relationship and something that is very solid? Because to go through what we've been through in this film, the character arcs and stuff, you have to have that kind of that rhetoric in the movie.
Mishka, when you first laid your hands on the script, what went through your mind?
With Tripping with the Kandasamys, I felt like we didn't even know if this was going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, it was
because of COVID, it was on, it was off, and when we got greenlit, I think we were just all so excited just to be together again, and we were just trying to also figure out like, how are we going to do this? Because I mean, we're in the industry and we were hearing rumors about productions being shut down and it being like very difficult, but we've been very, very lucky from the start. Everybody was so safe and healthy. No one got sick.
And I think also because it was quite interesting to adapt the script to the fact that we had a COVID pandemic that had, catapulted the world into the world. So we had to ensure that we respected the protocols. We, while being creative, we also have to creatively respect spaces.
And being true to the characters and the story itself. But we had to adapt Jodie and Prashen's love story
to that space, because it was difficult to obviously be an intimate couple, but traverse very carefully with now how to be intimate in a pandemic.
Madhushan, this film is extremely hilarious, but it also touches the heart. What would you say is the one lesson you took from this film?
We live in a world where so much of uncertainty happens. But the one lesson that you can take away from the Kandasamys is that more than anything, unity amongst your family is so important to get you through trying times. And the one very beautiful aspect which I've learned from the wonderful messages and the adoration that the films have received is that, Kandasamys has become everybody's extended family. Jodie and Prashen are the favorite couple for the youngsters, or the mums and all the eccentricities. They make you laugh. So even if you are at home, if you're nowhere, along with your family, or your family's not around you rather, you have us. In a strange way, the movie has stopped being a film and has now become an emotion to extended family. you know, everybody, I mean, they call the characters by our name. They won't say
Yes.
the granny, they'll be like, our Aya, we
Aya,
love
yes.
Aya. Or we don't, it's not about, you know, we're not known by our real names. We're known as, we love Jennifer, we love Shanti, or we
Yeah.
love Jodie and Prashant, we love the dads. You know, so I think the one thing to take away from the film is that it's a roller coaster of emotions. But at the same time, if, you know, wherever you are in life, you can watch it and just feel a sense of unity. And 190 countries are going to be screening the film, you know, on Netflix on the 4th of June. So it's really something the world can celebrate. And I think at this time, everybody needs a little healing, a little love, and just a little, you know, happiness. And I think that's the thing the film can pass on to everyone.
That's good. Mishka, what was the most challenging thing for you that you experienced while filming?
Oh, I think our very intense and heavy scenes, that was very, very hard and challenging. Just trying to get into that mind space was very difficult. I was just very grateful that the crew was so supportive, and Madhushan is so supportive within those scenes to help me get there. Without them, I don't think I'd be able to get myself to a space where I could just be so vulnerable and free and honest. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
Madhushan, what was the highlight for you?
To be very frank, and I say this without, you know, trying to throw you up, but I think no, genuinely, I've done 5 films with Mishka now. So I think it was really exciting to work with her in this journey process and the process to the film, because it just, you know, when you work with somebody and you see them grow and you see them expand their career and expand their you know, the rhetorics that they bring to the character or to their performance. So I think that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun working with you this time around.
I think your dance moves were way better in this film though. Like way better.
It was, yeah.
It evolved.
It evolved. You caught on so quick to the choreography, even though it was over Zoom.
It was very challenging. But I think in totality, I did have a lot of fun with everybody. And I think it's just, you know, everybody brought their A game because they knew the stakes were so high. But I worked the most with you. So I think, you know, I had the most fun with you. And also, like, I think I had one really strange scene to shoot with the dads. It was a fishing scene. I've never fished in my life. And so...
Was that really the weirdest scene?
Let me... I know what you're referring to. It's a very delicate scene. But I must tell you the backstory to it. It was extremely cold. And...
that was his excuse.
No, it was really cold. And for some reason, the ladies thought it would be funny to spray me with cold water time and time again. So I was getting really, you know, cold and whatever, and I had to keep doing the scene again to create the mist. And yeah, when you watch the film, you'll see how uncomfortable I was in this moment.
Perfectly uncomfortable.
Extremely. I think any man on earth would be uncomfortable in that moment.
Mishka, what would you say this film brings to us in this time? What would you hope for the film to bring to us, especially our youngsters?
Oh, wow. I just hope that, especially for young filmmakers, I think that's where I feel it most, because I'm like trying to get my career off as well as a writer and director. But this film really gives young South Africans in the film industry hope that they too can also succeed. If you put in that hard work and the effort and the long hours, it won't be for nothing. It'll be for something. Yeah. And it can be achievable. This can be you. You just got to stay positive, and you just got to keep at it and hone in on your craft, and you too can make it.
Yes. Thank you so much. What would you say?
It's okay.
Why should we watch this film? Why should we be excited and looking forward and calling all our cousins and our neighbors and come here? We made popcorn and we're ready to watch this film.
I think Tripping with the Kandasamys is a celebration.
Yeah.
It's a celebration for all South Africans, not just us and as the actors or everyone working part of this film, but everybody.
Yeah, you know, we've been quite blessed in that space. I think, you know, it's so interesting because when we were told that the film was going to Netflix, I think the first thing that popped into our minds is the fact that we now have more people that have access to the film. So having said that, when the second film had gone on, there was so much of love that had poured to us internationally from people like, I have a granny like that, I have a mom like that, my girlfriend is like that, I want a boyfriend like you, or something to that effect. And I think we kind of found a space in everyone's hearts. So when they do watch the film and when they do connect with the characters again and see at what space they are in the world, or what space they are at that moment, or wherever in the world, I think it's just going to give them a sense of closure, happiness, sadness, laughter, celebration. You know, as I said earlier, that the film has transcended being a film. It's now officially an emotion. You cannot not want to be a part of this crazy family. You do not, you know, these crazy moments that are going to leave you completely in awe. And I think, you know, having the craziest moms, the chilled out dads, the zany grandmother, our beloved Asavan, you know, or just Jodie and Prisha navigating through all of this chaos and still trying to be the most united, wonderful couple, supporting each other, being there for each other, and trying to make sense of a situation that I don't think anybody would plan for, but at the same time to not lose hope amongst themselves and their beautiful marriage. So I think everyone's just going to have a lot of fun and just rediscover love in different ways.
Thank you guys so much.